director for ESPN8, the Ocho.
Yes.
Am I getting that correct?
Yeah.
How long have you been with ESPN?
Working on year 6 right now.
Year 6. Okay.
Yeah.
I will let the media take it from there. So he's in charge of programming for the Ocho.
Yeah. So, happy to answer any questions you guys got. Sure.
So, how has this grown? I know this is something that started and has really taken off. So
Yeah.
what has it been like to watch this grow, and what has been the most exciting part of the growth?
So I would say it's pretty tough because, this concept originated, it was born in the programming department a couple of years back. We kind of took it from a concept from the Dodgeball movie, which premiered in 2004, and they kind of fashioned it as, anything's a sport, ESPN will cover it. And we tried to take that as something that we wanted to pride ourselves on, because we wanted to make it seem like we wanted to take it as a celebration of all these events, and, give some seldom seen sports some exposure on the national airwaves that they wouldn't otherwise really have. Over the last couple of years, it's grown a lot. I mean, this year alone, we have 30 new events, which is insane. On top of that, this is our largest Ocho initiative ever, so it's spanning 4 days, which is tied for the most ever. 65 plus hours, most ever. We have 2 Savannah Banana games coming from Camden Yards. We have some events from Denver, Colorado for US Ultimate Frisbee. And we also had Cornhole taking place from Rock Hill, South Carolina. So our Ocho reach is not just in Orlando, it's really branching out. Something that we really appreciate about the Ocho brand itself is that the brand sentiment within the Ocho brand itself is really high. From the brand sentiment scale, it's normally scaled from -100 to 100. The Ocho is excessively high. It's even higher than the ESPN brand itself. So it just kind of shows that people really pride themselves in these seldom seen sports that can really celebrate and just have a fun day in the summer where, not as many sports are going on at this time of year.
Thank you.
How did you get started?
Yeah, so which part, on the Ocho?
Yeah, the Ocho.
So I started in the programming department about 3 years ago.
Okay.
They kind of introduced the initiative of the Ocho to me, and I was like, this is a great idea. It's a great opportunity to get some exposure, working on acquisitions and, partner management and things like that. I always loved the Dodgeball movie, and just the thought of kind of being able to work with something like that, and you can kind of put your hands on and be like, we helped create something for the company like this, was really exciting. So I volunteered a couple of years ago. My first sport that I acquired for the Ocho was dog surfing. They're coming back for their 3rd year this year, so exciting stuff. The Ocho this year, we got lots of other stuff. So we got Go Racing, we got Corgi Racing, always a fan favorite. We got Blimp Racing from Goodyear, so a lot of exciting things coming around. Over the years, people have passed on from their positions within the Ocho, so I've taken that opportunity to really expand my reach in the Ocho, and I think this is going to be our best Ocho year yet, which is exciting.
What's your favorite sport?
Oh boy. Slippery Stairs, got some love for that because I was able to experience that firsthand last year. But I have to say I'm kind of excited about pillow fighting coming around.
Nice.
So that's going to be our last show of the night around 10 p.m., when most combat sports take place. You can see they're setting it up right now, but just the idea, everybody does pillow fighting growing up. Being able to have it in a ring, I'm like, that's pretty exciting. So it should be a great day.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
How many sports do you guys have? The whole event.
For the live day, I think we have 11 events. So we have 4 taking place outside during the day. So that's Omega Ball, Wiffle Ball, Kickball, and Paintball. In the arena, we have Bull Shooter, Pop Shot, Slippery Stairs, Pillow Fighting, and in the back room we have Dodgeball and Archery Tag. So a lot of variety, a lot of room for it all. So we tried to make sure we included as many events as we could, which is exciting.
And those are the 11 sports that are here at the sports complex. But as he mentioned, there's a
We're
lot of
adding
stuff.
30 new ones in general. I'd say in terms of total events that we have, I think it's closer to 45. So a lot of things. So most of them for that are taped programs will take place tonight actually starts around 7 p.m. We'll have some Red Bull events. We'll have some taped content leading into all the way until our live event begins 10 a.m. tomorrow. Once we come out at 11:30 p.m. tomorrow, we'll have one more filler show just as a buffer. And then we're going to have an airing of the Dodgeball movie, kind of furthering our continuation of just, aligning ourselves with that brand and also kind of extending past for future years.
What is this Savannah Bananas connection? I know that the games are being aired this weekend.
Yeah,
up
so
in
the
Baltimore.
Bananas are, when you think Ocho, I feel like you have to think Bananas. Yeah. We have a great partnership with them. We've been working on that relationship for the last couple of years. They've never been able to be on site because, they've continued to grow over the years, and as such, they require larger audiences. They've been in NFL stadiums, they're in
Right.
MLB stadiums. It's all over the
huge,
world.
yeah.
But they've always been happy to be a part of the Ocho these last couple of years. It's been really great to have them because they match the Ocho brand pretty well.
Yeah.
Like when you think Ocho, it's just how does it get more Ocho than the Savannah Bananas? So
Right.
we try to continue with that relationship and having 2 games throughout the year with the Ocho. So we'll have one tomorrow night on ESPN at 7 p.m. and then one Saturday night at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. Anything else?
This is a silly question.
Sure.
Which of the sports are you the best at?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I was never really great at dodgeball growing up. I don't know. It's a lot of hand-eye coordination. I guess my arms weren't strong enough to be throwing things like that. I was pretty good at kickball growing up, so that's good. I mean, I have 5 other siblings also, so I feel like pillow fighting. We're not really holding back. We're
Right
going for
past
blood.
it.
So that's exciting stuff.
Is there any protective equipment with pillow fights?
I don't think so. I think they just have like their pennies and their shorts, and they just have pillows with their pillowcase, and they're just going at it with each
Can you,
other, which is
like,
great.
What are the rules for a pillow fight?
I don't
No
think they've ever had a.
headshots.
No, there's definitely headshots.
Definitely
Yeah,
headshots.
if you saw on our ESPN social account yesterday, they had a preview from our last event that we did 2 years ago. They're just wailing at each other. It's great stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's. I think I'm pretty sure it's just no holds bar. I don't think there's ever been a knockout in dodgeball, so maybe this is the year that we finally get one.
Okay. When you introduce these new sports, how do you go about like setting rules and regulations for them if they're not already established?
So we're never like really creating events ourselves. Normally it's kind of a lot of crowdsourcing within our programming department, like trying to see what out there that we can find. We have underwater chess coming this year. Like, what does that look like? Can we even get cameras underwater? It's really just, we're not able to produce for them, so they have to kind of produce their programs for us for the tape programs. And we try to make sure that, they're producing in a way that feels like a live event. So with that, there's some alterations they have to make sure it flows better for media purposes and for understanding for fans. But I think for the most part, we kind of try to set up with general ground rules in the sense it's like, treat it like a competition that's a live event. So we'll explain the rules to the lesser known audiences to begin with. We'll get into the action. And then at the end, if you have like a trophy or interviews they want to do at the end, they can do that as well.
So cool.
People bet on any of these sports?
Not that I know of, but never say never.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay. And Kara,